Today's video is a little different. So, I haven't really been feeling good because I have fibromyalgia. I feel like I want to get another ring here. Also, ADHD is rampant today, so sorry about that. But I really do want another ring here. I have some upstairs. I might have to add it because now I feel naked. Anyways, so today's video is kind of a random one because I haven't really been feeling well. It's mainly kind of talking, just hang out with me kind of an ASMR video. So you might hear some cars drive by because it is the day and I am in the living room. I have a little bit of music in the background that you might hear very vaguely. I have it the lowest setting. I really want to get a ring here now. It's pissing me off. So it's a little like kind of a chill session. So more soft spoken than whispering. And from there, but yeah, I just wanted to come on and get a video for you, but also just talk and hang out and see how you're doing. So I hope you've been good. So again, this is mainly what we'll be doing. I have some things that I'll have, so don't worry. But just letting you know that this video is talking heavy, so if that is not your vibe, I totally understand. You can watch any of the other videos that I have, or you can come back in the future if you would like. So just letting you know in advance. So these are my acne dots. So I need them because my acne is rampant, okay? And I have Hero Cosmetic acne dots, but they're expensive, so I use them like at night on big spots. Like I have a spot back here that's like disgustingly annoying. But I got this other set that came, it's a bunch. It's I forgot the company. I'll see if I can find the name of the company. I should have it on my phone. Oh, you're my phone. I have my computer. So I do get that because it comes with so many, and they're not bad. They're actually not that bad quality. So I usually get those. But yeah, today's kind of like a naturally just talking, hanging out, a little bit of music in the background. Again, hopefully that you shouldn't really be able to hear it that much, but you never know. So this is the acne patch dots that I get. It comes with 140, and they're awesome because there's different sizes. So like I mentioned, you'll see here that there's different sizes. But there's also this, hopefully you can see those. There's like small and larger ones, which is nice because like sometimes I don't want to use like a full one, but you can tell in the light, a lot of acne lately, which I usually don't break out this bad, but honestly it could be stress because your girl is stressed, so that could be. But I hope you've been well. Again, this video probably won't be that long. I wanted to make sure I got a video out and stuff like that, but you know, I plan on actually, I have a meeting in like 45 minutes, so I wanted to make this edited, uploaded, so it's already scheduled for later. And maybe play some games like in between. Oops, sorry, I do crack my finger a lot, so sorry about that. Supposedly it's also like an ADHD thing. I don't know. Yeah, I got diagnosed with ADHD a lot older. This is bothering me. A lot older. I got diagnosed when I was 28, which was only a year ago. I'll be 30 this year, so 2 years now. Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm supposed to get an email from my psychiatrist because I go to school in California, as I've mentioned before. But because I'm home in Connecticut, I can't like get therapy and all that stuff because my insurance and all my services are based in California. But my school is amazing and I'm able to like talk to my doctors and everything like that. But my ADHD has been rampant lately. So I have not been able to feel much productivity, much energy, things like that. So it's been rough, and I usually do take ADHD medication, but if you know, there was a shortage of ADHD meds for a while during the pandemic and then after. And I take Concerta, and there was a shortage of that, so I tried Ritalin for a little bit, and then went kind of from there. So, there you go. But okay. So unfortunately, I would have to go and see my previous psychiatrist in order to get my medication So that would suck. Just because, again, me being over here, just because my doctor would not be able to prescribe me my meds. Sorry. Like I mentioned, I'm always tired, so there's that. But that's unfortunate, but you know. Gotta figure out what I can do in the meantime. It's been really hard. My symptoms have been very bad. So there's only so much I can do, you know what I mean? Anyways, I do have to get groceries at some point. I'm not usually like text my partner. I can't. Yes, I can. Apple products. Also, I think Google products, Android products do the same thing if you have it like attached. What do you need from the grocery store? I need to do a shop. There you go. Okay, I've closed my computer and opened it many times here. Please, I hope it doesn't get dark. Also, it's really dark in here. I guess it's already too late. It's not too late. I got annoyed even though the lighting's awful because the lighting is right here. Horrible placement. Look at that. Horrible placement. So there's that. But anyways, so little story. My partner's sister is getting married in a week, next weekend. Today it is Friday, and her ceremony is next Friday. And of course, so sorry if I cut, it's just I keep yawning. I just don't think that's fun for you to see. The frustrating part about that is, I waited till last minute to get the dress because I didn't know, oh, so sorry. I didn't know, like, what to wear, and like didn't know what everyone was deciding on. So I finally got confirmation this past week, and I went to the store and Dress Barn. Back in the day, I used to get a lot of my dresses from Dress Barn because it was not too far. They closed. David's Bridal has some good stuff, but they're closing. So even though I found some really good dresses, it didn't matter because they didn't have my size. And even online, because they're like kind of just selling what they have in stock, which sucks because I love David's Bridal, and now you have to like go to really expensive like boutique stores. And I'm getting married at some point. As in I'm engaged. I'm not being like, I'm gonna get married one day. No, I'm engaged to be married, but we just haven't planned it because living in California most of the year, it's kind of hard to like just. My partner's like, I don't want to like have a wife that I never seen, don't live with, which I was like, that's valid. So because of that, we're waiting until most likely I'm done, which won't be for like another 2 to 3 years. I'm gonna say 3 to be safe. So another thing is, oh, I had ADHD went bad. Okay, back to the main point. Ordering the dress last minute. And so I went online and I looked at a couple websites that have wedding dresses that are pretty affordable and they can get them pretty quickly. And the issue is that my partner's shirt, so my partner is half Indian and he's wearing a kurta, I think is how you pronounce it, which is like a very popular, common garment that they wear, that Indian men wear. So he's gonna be wearing that at the wedding, and the situation is that it's like a sapphire. The texture is really different. It's like kind of like a silk. I thought it was there, but it's not. Kind of like a silk, but a little bit different. Like it seems pretty dark inside, but then in the sun it's really bright, and it's like a sapphire. So sapphire, which is also my birthstone, sapphire is a really hard color to find because it's a pretty popular color for dresses, especially in like the well, I would say all year round. I think it's just like a really beautiful color. And so the dresses that I would find if they had the color in sapphire were like sold out. And the other issue is if they weren't sold out, they didn't have my size, which is so frustrating because it's like I'm about a size 16, 18, or plus size like 16W. 18W is a little too big, but you can think of it that way. Sorry. So my partner texted me asking me to order things from the grocery store that I wanted to cook, and I'm like, no, so bad. Anyways, geez, ADHD coming through. But it was so frustrating because there were just so many dresses that were beautiful and like the right color. And like I mentioned, I'm about like a 16, 18. And last year I would have been fine. So I have Hashimoto's, which is hypothyroidism, which basically means my thyroid gland doesn't produce enough TSH, or thyroid stimulating hormone. And it messes with like your metabolism and everything. So basically, like, I can lose hair. I am always tired, more cold, metabolism, which is a big thing actually, in many health ways. Really hard to lose weight because of it, and we've been trying to figure it out for the last like a year and a half. And at first it was great, we were doing so well. I went from my levels were too high to being in the middle range, which is about the 2. It's like usually the range is like, I forget how low it goes, but the top range is 4. And my issue is that my levels were always too high whenever we do like the thyroid testing. So we were doing really good. It was in a healthy range, and I lost a bunch of weight, not bunch of weight, but I lost weight easily because I was working out and eating, and therefore naturally losing weight. So I love this thing. It's a sugar ball. Love it so much. Such a good one. I got it from Temu, just because I'm really impatient, but there's some really good like stores online that sell them, so highly recommend. Beautiful, love it. I'm just laughing because ADHD, holy cow. Anyways, I lost weight because I was working out and like eating healthy, and that's like the normal, but with with like Hashimoto's, it can be really hard. And so all of a sudden I went from like being like about 200 pounds, so I'm 5'9", so 200 pounds is still heavy, but I'm also like always been more like stocky, even though I was skinny. It's really hard to explain, but even when I was like really, really athletic in gym, I wasn't big in the sense of like, people thought I was really skinny, but for some reason my weight was dispersed very interestingly. I don't know how to explain it. And so basically, in 2 months, I gained 30 pounds. So obviously, that's a lot of weight to gain in 2 months. So I went back, and my doctor's like, whoa, we need to get blood work done. And of course, my levels were 3 times the limit. So something happened with my thyroid. We had to up my medication, and we've been trying to make sure it's low. So I upped my medication, and it takes some time. It takes a couple months to see how it's reacting to your body. And so I have to get more blood work when I go back to California in October. The issue is that I've been working out more than I ever have, more consistently than I ever have. And like even cardio, weightlifting, kind of like hit sometimes, not always, but some hit, which in the past has been very successful. And I'm not eating bad. Like if anything, I'm eating better than maybe I used to back home. And I'm not losing weight at all. Like my body, my muscles are definitely getting stronger, and my body is redistributing some of the stuff, which I definitely have noticed. But I'm not losing weight. It's been 6 or 7 weeks, and to work out for 6 and 7 weeks without losing a pound at all, that's pretty not great. So we'll see. But it was just really frustrating because for many years, since like 2013, I struggled with weight, and my TSH levels were very inconsistent, and none of the doctors did any antibody tests until 2021. Finally, a doctor was like, okay, well, your levels historically have been all over the place. Have you ever done a autoimmune or antibody test? And I was like, no. And of course, my levels were insanely high, hence Hashimoto's. Because it is an autoimmune disorder where basically your body attacks your thyroid. So, no matter what, I would have to be on thyroid medication eventually. So yeah, it was very frustrating because I'm like, okay, well, I've been trying to lose weight, and because I'm just more overweight, I struggled. Like, even like certain websites, I would put in my size, and immediately the search results went from like 200 to like 10. It's insane. It's like the world is just not kind to people that are overweight, especially because, like, obviously because of fabric and everything, it's more expensive to get. Sorry, my cat did that because he's a jerk. No, he's not. I love him, but he just likes the material, which, I mean, in good favor, it is really comfy material, so I get it. He has good taste. But anyways, it's definitely like frustrating, even like a plane. So when I gained the weight, and it was December that I gained the 30 pounds, and I haven't been able to lose them. I haven't gained more weight, but I haven't been able to lose them. Flying on an airplane seat was so uncomfortable because you're flying on a plane is so uncomfortable because you're trying to like be cautious of like space, but I have broad hips, so the broad hips plus trying to be like cautious because my shoulders and everything is not great. It's very stressful. So yeah, that happened, but I did get some luck. Ordered 3 dresses to come in by Monday, 2 on Sunday, 1 on Monday, in hopes that they will be a good fit, and if not, I'm just gonna go to the store and see what I can find. But I have high hopes for these dresses. High hopes. But that is my TED Talk. This is my ADHD rant for the day. I will let you go because I don't know what else. I could say plenty, but I'm not going to do that to you because it's really unfair. And I'm also having a little bit of a flare-up. So I've been diagnosed with UCTD, which is undifferentiated connective tissue disease, which I'm going to hope that it's not that. But also with that sometimes comes fibromyalgia, which basically is a condition where like something neurologically in your brain sheds off like random signals for like pain. So sometimes you're more sensitive to pain, your skin's more sensitive. Sometimes you flare up, your skin actually flares up. So for example, my eye, I know I'm having a flare up, and my eye it feels like sandpaper kind of is like rubbed on it, which is not the best feeling. And I feel achy and things like that, which I felt before I started the video. So it's not like, oh my god, I started the video and now I'm sick. I was feeling like that before. I just wanted to make the video, so I'm fine. I just realized, I'm like, oh my god, Hashimoto's, oh my god, fibromyalgia and UCTD. I'm fine. This is just part of growing up. The weight gain hasn't helped, of course. Weight gain can be associated with a lot of health issues. And that's my reality. And again, no one's fat phobic here. I think everyone should love their body wherever it's at. And if you judge someone for that, fuck you. But for me, there's a lot of health things related to it. So for example, UCTD can impact your joints. And when you're overweight, your joints take more of an impact. So we're learning. And I guess it's a little bit about my medical stuff, which I'm fine. It doesn't impact me that much. I'm totally okay. But yesterday was very frustrating trying to find a last minute dress. And if I was a little bit smaller, I wouldn't have had the crisis that I had yesterday. So yeah. So on that note, thanks for having a little chitty chatty time with me. And I'll make sure to actually have like better content next time. But thanks for coming to my channel. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.